Men's basketball looks forward to the postseason.
And men's track claims the Horizon League.
All this and more coming up right here on the Penguin Rundown. Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the Penguin Rundown. I'm Bryce Noel here alongside my co-host for today, Dylan Lux. And Dylan, what a time to be alive to be a Penguins fan.
Absolutely, so many sports last weekend and a Horizon League championship for men's track and men's and women's basketball both picking up victories. Great time to be a Gwin.
Yeah, definitely. We just saw the Horizon League track and field championships, the men coming out on top for the 9th straight time in a row, and the women's unfortunately cannot claim another title, but obviously we're looking forward to the Beakley Center action as the Youngstown State University men's basketball team restarted its win streak with 2 crucial victories in the state of Wisconsin against Milwaukee on February 23rd and Green Bay on February 25th. Against the Panthers, fifth-year DJ Burns posted his 19th double-double of the season as freshman Gabe Dines recorded his first career double-double with 10 points and 11 rebounds en route to an 84-80 victory. To round out the Penguins' 3-game road stretch, Green Bay could not hold off Youngstown State's dynamic offense as Burns recorded yet another double-double as fifth years Ziggy Reed and Brett Thompson each had 16 points to pull past the Phoenix 71-59. Youngstown State is back in action on February 28th against Detroit Mercy inside the Beakley Center. Tip-off is set for 6:30 p.m. and will be broadcast on ESPN Plus and 570 WKBN. And speaking of men's basketball, we like to send it over to our very own Caleb Ellison for this week's Player of the Week.
Thanks, guys. Caleb Ellison here with this week's Penguin Play of the Week, courtesy of men's basketball standout John Lovelace Jr. The play is going to be against the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee as Burns grabs the rebound in front of the basket. Penguins go on a full-court press. Lovelace has the ball and slams it in front of the Milwaukee defense. Their cheerleaders are stunned. They don't know what they just saw. Getting another look at it here, Lovelace catching it in stride, easy transfer, and a slam dunk for the Penguins. The bench is hyped, the team is hyped. We've seen plenty of standout plays like that from Lovelace all season long. We're going to congratulate him for this week's Penguin Play of the Week. Good luck closing out the rest of your season. Dylan and Bryce, back to you.
On Saturday, the Youngstown State women's basketball team rallied from an 18-point deficit to overcome Northern Kentucky University 68-64. 13 minutes into the game, the Penguins trailed 25-7 and trailed 47-34 with just over 13 minutes remaining before responding. YSU cut the lead to 48-43 entering the fourth quarter, and in the fourth quarter, the Penguins scored 25 points, while the North scored 16, giving them the victory. With 1:04 remaining in the game, fifth-year Dina Jarrells made a three-pointer to put the Penguins up 64-63. Jarrells tied her career high with 25 points, while fifth-year Shaylee Kirby added 21 for the Gwins. Following the victory, Youngstown State was 13-15 overall and 9-9 in Horizon League play. This was the team's 6th consecutive road win. The Penguins played their last home regular season game against Cleveland State last night. You can see results at ysusports.com. And now, speaking of a team who played Caitlin Clark in Des Moines, Iowa, let's send things over to John Ostapowitz for this week's Meet the Team.
Hello, everyone, and welcome in to Meet the Team. With only one game left in the YSU women's basketball team, they took on Cleveland State on Tuesday, but again, they did not go down without a fight. Cleveland State, they are the number 1 team in the Horizon League as they are 25-4 overall, and the only 2 non-conference games that they lost was against the number 6 team in the nation against the University of Iowa. Although they did lose that game 104 as Caitlin Clark really utilized that perimeter and got a lot of threes, but Cleveland State, their defense is number 2 in the Horizon League, only allowing teams 60.7 points per game. And, you know, a defense as stout as theirs, it's going to be tough for the Penguins, as again, they're going to have to utilize the perimeter. You see how well their offense is firing on all cylinders, especially when they're able to get shots off. Again, 75.4 points per game is no easy feat. And for the Vikings, they have really utilized Horizon League play, going 16-2, and they have made a lot of these games not even close in the Horizon League. Looking like a premier team out there, top 100 in the NCAA as of right now. They're 78th overall, with Green Bay ahead of them at 51. But again, it's anybody's conference, especially with those two teams at 16-2. Green Bay is hoping that the Vikings can kind of stutter just a little bit, and that would allow the Phoenix to grab the conference. But Emily Saunders was really able to put it on, as the zone defense is going to be what the Penguins utilize. But did the Penguins end up capitalizing on that zone defense, or did Cleveland State clinch that division? We'll find out when we meet the team.
Thanks, John. Over the weekend, the men's track and field team won their 9th consecutive title in the Horizon League Track and Field Championships with a record 275 points. Only Jakari Lomax has jumped 15.08 meters 5 times in the triple jump. The other athlete, Sean Peterson. Luke Laubacher won the 60-meter hurdles in 7.74 seconds. This was his 2nd consecutive Horizon League victory. Demir Steven Stewart won his first Horizon League championship in 221.60 seconds in the 200-meter race. Thank you to the men's track and field team for another title and a great season. However, for the women, they also won the Horizon League championships with 142 points. Nia Williams-Matthews stole the show when she won the triple jump with a score of 12.41 meters. Esther Solarin won with a 12.33 meter jump. The Penguins had 2 more record-breaking runners. Cynthia Cunningham raced the 60-meter sprint in 7.56 seconds, while Morgan Cole ran the mile in 4 minutes and 52.56 seconds. Women's track and field had a fantastic season.
The YSU baseball team competed in a 3-game series against the College of Charleston in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina this past weekend. The first of the 3 matchups on February 23rd ended in a 2-1 loss for Youngstown State, with the lone run coming from junior Teddy Ruffner. The next game on February 24th saw 4 more runs scored for YSU than their opening match of the weekend, but a loss resulted nonetheless 14-5. Freshman Alejandro Cobas led the way in runs for the Penguins with 2, while redshirt sophomore Trey Pancake, redshirt junior Chase Franken, and sophomore Matt Thompson each finished with 1 run. The third and final day of the competition between the two teams saw a 13-0 shutout for the College of Charleston. The team will return to the field today at 3 p.m. in Pittsburgh, PA, against the University of Pittsburgh.
The Youngstown State women's tennis team was back in action this past Sunday as they took on the University of Toledo. The lone victory for the Penguins over the Rockets came in singles competition when junior Julia Marco won at number 2, 5-7, 4-6, and 10-5. Next up for the women's tennis team, they will be on the road on March 7th as they will travel to Northridge, California, as they will take on CSUN. First serve is set for 5 p.m.
YSU's women's lacrosse team began a 3-game road trip last Thursday facing the Duquesne Dukes. The game started with Duquesne scoring early and often, opening with 5 consecutive goals. Freshman Lena Cox scored a goal to break the streak and get YSU on the board. Going into the half down 9-2, the Penguins needed to start the comeback quickly, and it all started with a goal from freshman Jenna Cook. Cook scored 2 goals in the first half, 2 more goals in the second half to get her first career hat trick. Despite outscoring the Dukes 11-8 in the second half, the Penguins could not complete the comeback and lost to the Dukes 17-13. YSU women's lacrosse will play again tomorrow afternoon, facing the Cincinnati Bearcats in Cincinnati, Ohio. Opener and draw is set for 4 p.m.
And that'll just about do it for us here at the Penguin Rundown. You can check all things YSU athletics right here on YSUsports.com. And for all things Penguin Rundown related, you can follow us on our social medias at Penguin Rundown1 on X and Instagram. And as always, I've been Bryce Noel.
And I've been Dylan Lux.
And as usual, stay safe, Penguin Nation.